do you see your channel? Is anybody watching yet? No.
We have 2 viewers.
Oh, wow. Well, I guess you could say we started a little early, so that way.
Yeah, we started a little early. That way people can have time to get tuned in. So we'll give it a couple minutes and we'll start taking your questions. Hey, Joel.
Hi, Joel. Some more people are hopping on. We got the iPad today. What's up, y'all?
How's it going?
It's not showing. Oh, it's a little delayed, so it's faster on there.
Yeah, so we have the iPads. We can read your questions a little bit better this time. Nashville, Tennessee. Nashville's awesome.
So if we miss any, we should be able to see it now, at least.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
We're not as distracted this time. Heidi ho, neighbor.
We got our
pets with us.
Yep, there's Doug.
Duggo.
She's our porch cat.
Doug is a girl. We thought Doug was a boy when we named her.
But then she already learned her name, so we're like, might as well keep it Doug.
Hi, Uncle Ted.
Maybe I should.
Yeah, there you go.
Hey, from Toronto.
Toronto.
We've never been to Toronto. We got a couple more minutes before we're gonna start. Right?
Right. So think of some good questions, farming related, not farming related, whatever you got for us. We'll try and answer best we can.
Yeah. If we're looking down, that's where the other iPad is.
Yeah. Australia. A lot of viewers from Australia. I can't quite figure that one out, but it's pretty cool. Nashville also.
Another Nashville.
Yeah. Nashville's fun. We went there a couple years ago.
We did. Had some pretty good tacos.
That's what you like.
Margaritas. Margaritas. Margaritas.
Replacing a bent row on the planter. Yeah, that doesn't sound fun.
How many? There's 25 watching.
Kentucky, Minnesota. Hi, Doug. Come here, Dougie.
24 now. Well, should we get started?
Yeah, we might as well start this. So we got rained out. We got close to 2 inches of rain, so we're probably about half done with corn. It's still a little cold, so 20 chicks have hatched. We don't have chickens. Uncle Ted has chickens. He could chime in about the chickens. Hi, Mom. What's your thoughts on John Deere 4450s? I've never run one. We used to have a couple 4640s. I'm sure the 4450 would be an improvement over the 40 series, but the VT on the corn stalks, I did a couple rounds in it and leveled off some ruts. I didn't do the whole field yet. Hopefully when it gets fit, we'll do the rest of that corn stalk field. So but yeah, like I said, we got rained out. It'll probably be, I mean, if we didn't get any rain, maybe late next week we could get back in the field, but there's a chance of rain a couple days next week, I think. So we decided to do this live stream from the porch. It would be a little bit more of a relaxed setting where we could read all the questions and actually try and get back to all of them. Come here, Doug. Doug wants to be part of this.
This rain has been good. We did plant a hay field behind our house.
Yeah. So the oats and the hay are loving this rain. They are, yeah, growing pretty good.
Yeah, they are.
So.
What state do we live in?
We live in Illinois. We are about 5 miles from the Indiana line. So, Eastern Illinois.
We visit Indiana pretty often.
Yeah, we're so close. We go there quite a bit. So.
Well, not right now, but normally.
We're really close. We could use some rain in Nebraska. Well, we could take some of our
In
rain.
northeastern Iowa, not
Oh,
Nebraska.
I thought that said Nebraska. Sorry. Northeast Iowa, yeah. You could have some of our rain. We're actually pretty close to Fair Oaks Dairy, if anyone's ever heard of that. It's a pretty big deal. So we go there once in a while.
And get ice cream.
Yeah, ice cream. They have a
Pretty
nice restaurant.
Oh, we eat there too.
So
what is your plans for this next week? If it rains, if it doesn't rain?
Well, I haven't thought that far yet, but we have a little bit of work we'd like to do to the planter. We have some adjustments to our row cleaners we'd like to do, and there was something else. No, I can't remember, but that also, I'd like to get that strip till cart that I bought. Howdy, farm boy. That strip till cart, I'd like to get that running because there's one farm I'd like to try that out on. So a little bit of shop work. We might have some trucking going on. We have some gravel to haul, so trying to stay busy while we're rained out anyway.
And it's still April, so that's
Yeah, it's
good.
so far it's been a nice spring. A lot better than last year.
So what did last year's spring kind of look like for you?
Wet. The new planter. Yeah, aside from the bugs, we really like it. The Air Force is a huge improvement over our spring down pressure on our old planter. It's not, I mean, it's no Delta Force by any means, but it's a huge improvement. Have you been on any more online auctions? Nope, not any online auctions. Not really in the market for any equipment right now at this exact moment, so. But to answer your question, last year was very wet. We didn't get started planting till May 16th, and we finished planting corn in June last year, so getting corn planted in April was really nice. And to answer your question, we have not done any pumping yet this year. Who knows? It's always a crapshoot whether we have to do that or not. But if I do, I'll definitely make a video about it because it's something interesting that you don't see every day. What's the plan for the Kinsey? So the Kinsey we're going to keep for planting beans. Can you keep up with the questions? The Kinsey we're going to keep for planting beans, and yeah, it'll be the bean planter.
Sorry.
Right after.
Can you tell us a little bit about your trucking business?
Yeah, so our trucking business is just Dad and me. We have 2 trucks. We haul grain, gravel, so we have hoppers and dump trailers. So we haul grain and gravel and basically anything you can get in a dump trailer. So
Different subject, but what do you do with the goats? Milk or pets?
they are pets. They are entertainment.
We had never had goats before.
Yeah, we always liked walking through the goat barn at the fair, so we decided to get a couple goats. We have a little, I don't know if you saw in the videos, but we have a little barn that was there when we bought the place, and it's just the right size for 2 little goats, so.
The pasture, or the fence for them is probably a little overkill, but...
Yeah.
We're
Yeah,
more-
they're extremely entertaining.
And we're more used, we were both kind of raised around cattle, so...
Yeah, we both showed cattle growing up. That's how we met, so sick hat available. Hopefully, soon, we'll start selling hats. Everyone seems to want them, so.
Giveaway soon.
Giveaway.
You haven't done one in a while.
I haven't.
It's been like, what, January, February we did one?
Yeah.
With Luna.
Right.
Luna modeled it, our dog. So yeah.
Direct Pete going to see the road again. Hopefully by the end of the summer we'll get that truck going, but that project's been put on hold because we're in the field, so we're hoping when we get the crop planted we'll get back to that project. So, oh, that was Andrew asked that question.
Yep.
Hey Andrew.
Where does Andrew live from us?
Like right over there.
Not too far. He's a neighbor.
Yeah. So, yeah, a lot of people are interested in that old Pete. I would like to see it back on the road, but you never know.
Do you think it will eventually get on the road?
Oh, I'm sure it will. It's just when will it get on the road?
And it's just going to be a farm truck?
Yeah, I suppose. Dad really likes driving that truck, so he might drive it more than just on the farm. We'll see. kind of his baby. So, I don't know if I explained it well enough in that video, but right before that truck got wrecked, we put different rear ends in it, so I never got to drive it with the faster rear end, so I was pretty bummed about that. Got a couple more questions.
Yep. So Jules is, when is Maria getting her own channel or a West Farms video? Never?
She's busy being my producer, so...
Gotta keep him on track. Are you going to use the 9410 on the new strip till bar?
Hopefully. That's the plan. Since we bought that strip till cart, the 9410 doesn't have the 3-point, so it's probably overkill for an 8-row strip till bar, but, you know, it is what it is.
Your dad says that the truck is definitely going to be back on the road, so...
Yeah.
You heard it. You heard it here.
Right from the horse's mouth. He's going to get it running again.
So whether or not Weston does or not...
Yeah.
Todd will.
That's his baby, so we're going to get it going.
Maybe we'll get him on the next live stream.
Yeah.
Any thoughts on that? Be sure to comment. Since we can't directly hear you.
So, car going by. Not. Dad doesn't want to be on the live stream. Oh boy.
We'll have to butter him up.
And Dylan. Yeah, we'll have to get Dylan on a live stream maybe. Dad will need to shave. Oh boy.
You recently shaved.
Yeah.
The beard's gone. The winter beard.
Yep. It was time. You'd be surprised it won't be overkill. Yeah, I suppose if you get into some tough ground. That 8-row pulls quite a bit harder than I expected, so sometimes it might be nice having that big tractor on there. I'm more concerned about the weight of the thing than the actual pulling power. So, another guy from Ontario. Sweet.
We were in Ontario last year.
Yeah. We visited London.
And we made it over to some air museum.
Yeah. It was like on the edge of
It's like an hour from...
Toronto.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't make it that far, though. Maybe next time.
Hi, Doug.
Any other questions?
Yeah. Farm related, not farm related, whatever you got for us. Doug wants to be...
She's dying to be in the video. She must have gotten to something orange.
Yeah.
She's got an orange belly, but...
Doug is a large cat. Extra large.
Large Marge.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, going back to that strip till cart, the main reason, London is only an hour and a half from me. Oh, yeah, wish I'd known. Brown Farms video, and you can see how his cat 1038 struggling with the 12-row. Yeah, so...
Oh my gosh.
There's a mouse on our porch.
Oh.
Anyways.
Sorry.
Our cat just was catching a mouse. Now the dogs are trying to get it. Alright, we're getting distracted.
Sorry about that.
So where were we at?
Brown's
Yeah,
farm
so
video.
we had the 8-row on the 8400, which was, it was fine because ground was fit, but if we got into any sticky situations, we might need a little more horsepower. And that strip till cart will add some weight, so we will probably need the bigger tractor to pull it.
And what about the new drain cover in the shop?
Yeah, so we got a new drain cover for the shop, and I'll probably have that...
Will that appear in your next video?
Not in the next video, because that one's already filmed. But...
The next video?
The next video, after that one.
So stay tuned.
Yeah. So all of our content is a couple days delayed. I'm just trying to stockpile it. That way if we have a rain delay, I can keep putting stuff out. So what's the COVID-19 situation? So here in Illinois, we're basically on a stay-at-home order. And
For May.
For the remainder of May, or I guess May.
Because we're finishing off April and then...
Yeah, through May. And then the governor said that we all have to wear masks when we go out in public. So next video will probably be, what, Tuesday, Monday?
Probably,
Early next week.
early next week.
How old were you when you rented my first farm? So I am 27 now, and I rented my first farm in 2014. So I would have been 21, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
21.
have you ever talked about kind of how you got started with the farm, or what did you do after you graduated?
Thanks, Kenneth. Yeah, so like I obviously grew up on the farm, and it kind of worked out in my favor because I was getting to the age where I could start taking over when my grandpa was starting to get to the age to retire. So it worked out really well for me. Um, yeah, so everything that I personally farm is rented. We have one farm that we just bought, but
Did you go to college at all?
yeah. So I went to Parkland in Champaign, which is a community college. I got an associate's degree in precision agriculture. Um, so I learned a lot there, I suppose. I mean, when you're farming, you pretty much learn it as you grow up, but I learned more of the specifics of fertilizer recommendations and just, you know,
Did you have any
seed genetics and stuff like that.
jobs or internships while at Parkland?
Yes. So, while I was at Parkland, I guess I had like a part-time job helping a farmer down there in the fall, but then I also did an internship with a valley irrigation dealer in our area. So I worked on pivots the first year I did the internship. Then my second internship, I focused more on engines and generators. We kind of assembled them in the shop, and I did kind of the troubleshooting stuff. So day job in precision ag, yeah, it's a good field to go into. Still in high school, hope to run a farm someday. Yeah, I don't know, it's worth it. Keep pushing. I don't know, it's something that you gotta love to do, and you have to have a passion for it. So especially the way the market is right now. So, but yeah, so I worked for Valley. I did an internship there, and then I ended up working there for 5 years, sort of part-time. I would help on the farm and work there. It was a good gig for a while, and then I got more involved with the trucking after I got my CDL, and that was when I got my CDL when I was 19. So I started doing more trucking and quit working for Valley. So what about the family? What about them?
Yeah, what about them?
Yeah, so you've seen my dad in videos. Dad and mom just celebrated their
30th.
30th anniversary.
Yes.
Was that 2 days ago?
Yeah.
So tell them happy anniversary.
Shout out to them.
Yeah.
Our dog also
I have one
keeps
sister.
bothering.
She was in one of my harvest videos last year. Tana. You guys will go far. I hope so. But
Right now we're at a good point for planting
yeah,
compared to last year. So
yeah,
so
last year at this time we were just watching it rain and rain and rain and never end. So
we actually bought a kayak last year because it was raining so much.
yeah, bought a couple kayaks.
Just kidding. It was for our pond. It wasn't actually for the rain.
Yeah.
Just over exaggerating.
But yeah, I'm trying to think.
What would be your advice for somebody that's trying to get into farming?
So, supper time, catch you later. Hope it's something good. So I have to be honest, I'm stealing this from somebody else, but it really resonated with me. It kind of came a little too late for me, but I think I kind of learned it on my own. But Jay Hill, he's a big farmer down in Texas, and he said, somebody asked him this exact question, and he said, go to work for somebody, whether it's a farm or an ag business, figure out what their inefficiencies are and figure out how to make it better. And then once you've done that, you'll have your place there, and you'll know what needs to be done on your own farm if you ever get that opportunity to take it over. So that's kind of what I tried to do to an extent, but
Like helping that guy during college?
yeah.
You kind of pick up things that
yeah,
he was doing differently from your operation.
Gives you some perspective. And, you know, growing up on the farm, a lot of people just, you know, they only see the way Grandpa did it forever, and it's nice to get away and see, well, that's not the only way to farm. and you kind of think outside the box.
This guy said, college seems cool, but I think I'm more of a trade school kind of guy.
Yeah, nothing wrong with trade schools. You will definitely always have a job. There's a lot
definitely
of
a shortage in
yeah,
a lot
and
of
a lot of trades. Electrician, be an electrician. Shortage of
Well,
electricians.
there's also other.
Well, yeah, if you're not into that, but what was I gonna say?
I don't know.
I don't remember. But yeah, so just kind of get out of your comfort zone a little bit and see how things are done in different areas and see how you can use that to maybe benefit your own farm if that's how you were raised up. So
And learn how to work for someone else instead of.
yeah, that's
Just
something
yourself.
that I kind of struggle with. I mean, I know my place, but like I like to be in charge.
How does
So,
that work
No,
for you?
it doesn't work with you.
No, it doesn't. That's good. Any more questions for Mr. Weston? The man, the myth, the legend. Is that how it goes?
It's not applied to me.
Hello, Walter.
Hey. But yeah, what camera do you record? So I have a GoPro Hero 7 Black. I've thought about upgrading. Maria doesn't want me to upgrade.
Well, because then he'll buy this new camera, and then like 2 weeks later, it'll be irrelevant, and he'll want a new camera. So it's just a vicious cycle.
So I'll probably end up waiting a few months before I upgrade. Got a couple more questions.
Yes. Yeah, I've worked a couple part-time jobs since getting into high school. Definitely different than working with your family.
Yeah, that's another thing. A lot of people that have only, people who grew up on the farm have only worked with their family, and it's nice to get away and just, working for someone who's not your family can be a lot different than working for someone who is your family. So.
This guy says, I have farmed most of my life. You got to love it to do it.
That's for sure, especially when corn is only $3. Did you get a new drone? I did. So I got a DJI Mavic Mini. Haven't flown it a lot yet.
I flew it.
Maria did. She took some pictures of
That's
us
pretty
planting
sweet.
the other day. It's really small, so that kind of concerns me because the Phantom I had would handle the wind fairly well. It would drain the battery, but it wouldn't like blow away. This one I'm worried that decent wind could take it off.
Yeah, definitely. You made a good choice. I kicked myself in the butt for leaving the farm. Now I'm stuck with a job I hate, but good benefit. So your dad seems like a good guy. Sorry, I'm tongue-tied.
Yeah. So benefits are huge anymore. I mean, health insurance is so expensive. Long before you guys can get back in the field. So I always like to say if we don't get any rain, we could get in by maybe the end of the week, but we don't know. That being said, the end of next week, so.
Sorry, Joel's texting you.
People are texting me.
We should have turned off his notifications.
So anyways, no rain, maybe the end of next week, but we don't know what the rain's going to do.
They said it'll be at least a day or so in north central Illinois with all the rain we got this week.
Yeah.
Kind of depends what ground you have too.
Yeah, we're pretty sandy, so it drains fairly quick. We got, I don't want to say all, we got most of the heavy ground planted, which was kind of our plan. We wanted to work on that first and then save the sandier ground for later. I had, what did I say this morning? 1.6 here at my house, plus whatever we got over the weekend, so a little over 2 probably.
Our Alexa app told us that we were going to get 0.05 inches.
Yeah, she was off.
She was just a little bit off.
So
what are going to be in your next videos?
I have a planting video filmed. I just have to edit that. I mean, the usual
Just
stuff.
keep going.
Is there anything that anyone would like to see in a video? More of, less of?
They have about 2 more days of planting.
2 more days of planting. Yeah, if We have more than 2 days off.
I was gonna say, how are you gonna go
Yeah.
around this one?
Probably. Is that Megan? No, that wasn't Megan. We have, you know, if we could run, we could probably be done planting corn in 5 days, and then maybe 2 or 3 days planting beans. So I really wanted to get some beans planted in April, but it just didn't work out. So that would be the earliest we planted beans in a long time if we did. It's still early. We're normally end of May before we start planting beans.
I heard you had a new chisel operator.
Yeah.
Last week.
Yeah, who's that?
I don't know.
We had Maria working ground for us last week. We were a little short-handed, and she's experienced. She grew up on a farm, and her dad put her to work, so.
I think I did pretty good.
You honk, will drink. Yeah. You see in Ontario.
Any ag in Ontario?
Yeah, we did.
What are your thoughts?
So we drove around in the country for a while, and it was in, when did we go? In March. So there wasn't a whole lot going on as far as people in the field, but I mean, we saw some decent-sized dairy operations. I don't even know exactly where we were at, but
We kind of drove around the country in Ontario.
it was pretty cool. We both enjoy just kind of cruising around in the country, just checking things out. So.
And we stopped at shoot. Why can't I think?
Timmy's.
Timmy's.
Tim Hortons.
We got some
We don't have that around here, so.
coffee
We
and
didn't know what
donuts.
it was when we went up there. We thought it was like a burger joint or something. It doesn't. Tim Hortons doesn't sound like it should be
A coffee
coffee
shop.
and donut place. So.
Bo Andrews said, I work in a production plant and sometimes I just have to jump on my Farmall 560 just to find some type of peace.
Yeah, tractor therapy. That's what they call
Said
it.
because it's just you, the tractor, and the Lord. Do you ever feel that way?
I do. Yeah.
Joel wants to know where our cocktails are after the video.
In the fridge.
Yeah, in the fridge.
Bring
So if
some
you want to
over.
come over, wait in June, because we're supposed to be staying at home all through May. So in June.
You're not allowed to come over right now, Joel.
So in June. Still wet here in New York and raining like hell. Now it's supposed to get 1.5 to 2.
Well, I hope it dries out for you. I know what that's like. That was the whole season last year, basically. So.
If you went an hour or so south of London, you'd see lots of specialty crops, tomatoes, onions, cucumbers, and such.
Okay. Compact tractors. Back to the specialty crops. So we have quite a few specialty crops in our area. A lot of potatoes, cabbage, peppers, squash, zucchini, stuff like that. But, next question.
Any compact tractors on the farm just priced out a 4066R. Must be made of gold.
Yeah, go with the Kubota. You need to check out Kubota. I have what is it? BX 2370 Kubota. It's just a 23 horse loader tractor with a lawnmower on it. I guess that's probably considered subcompact, but other than that, no. Besides our Farmall M's, but they didn't call them compact tractors back in the day because they were big back then. So. We are essential. We are exempt from travel ban. Okay, Joel. So
Whatever
you'll
you
have to be
say.
delivering seed if you want to come over or something like that.
Maybe we should have Joel on our next one.
Yeah,
He farms eastern part of the,
Kubota is the best. It
East.
is. What?
not east, west. He's west of us.
Yeah. This crazy Joel guy, he's a farmer in our area, so. When can we buy those cool hats? Dilly Dilly. I wonder if that's Dylan.
I thought we figured it out it was. Maybe it's not.
Maybe it's not. So, Dylan, we call him Dilly, so I don't know if that was Dylan or not.
When can you buy him?
Dilly Dilly, are you Dylan or are you not Dylan? I don't know.
Are you the Dylan?
So, like, Did you ever do a cross? Okay, I'll get to that. I want to start selling hats. I'm just worried about the logistics of it because I've got so much going on as it is. Okay, it is Dylan. So like.
We'd have to figure out the logistics
Yeah, we
part of it.
have to figure out the logistics and see if it's doable before we jump into it. So.
Do you ever do any crops besides corn and soybeans?
We will plant wheat once in a while. Dad had a pretty good sized cow herd not that long ago, so we would grow wheat for the straw every once in a while, but we don't really do that anymore because the wheat market isn't that great. And we used to grow waxy corn, which is still corn, but that was a long time ago.
What is waxy corn used for?
I have no idea.
Is there any, this actually isn't a question from me, this is a question from your viewers. Is there any footage of the new chisel operator?
No, unfortunately.
We were so short-handed, he couldn't even film me.
I couldn't even ride in the tractor with her. Yeah, the planter is working a lot better now, knock on wood. We got quite a few bugs worked out of it. I feel like we just got it going good before we got rained out, so we like it.
You think some of your planting maps are going to be messed up?
Oh yeah, the first day they're pretty ugly. Yes, 8000 and 8010 series are the best. I love our 8400. I want to keep it forever. I feel like we missed a question. So Dilly Dilly is Dylan. Hi Dylan. Do you have any questions?
We did, in case he wasn't tuned in earlier, we did get a request for you to be on the video next too. Some more videos of you. So.
Right.
We'll see you on Monday.
Yeah, Marie. That's a scary thought.
Oh my gosh.
Have you ever seen her drive a car?
Hey! Oh wow. That was mean. I don't think I'll be getting my CDL anytime soon. There's a couple of jobs though I applied for right out of college that they were wanting me to get a CDL, and
you were like, nope.
I just don't think that would have worked out too well for me. What do you use for farm records of planting and yield maps?
It's kind of controversial, but we use Climate Field View. I'm a little salty about their deal with Tillable, but I really like their product, so we're going to keep using it for now.
I've been watching your channel since harvest. Are you no-tilling?
Yes, we are doing some no-till. We have 60 acres of corn no-till, and we're going to no-till like almost all of our beans. We have one farm that will be conventional tillage soybeans, but
will
we
that
also have
eventually,
some strip till. What?
Sorry, will that eventually switch to either minimal till or no-till?
Yeah, I mean, right now we just kind of do whatever feels right for the year, but I'm hoping to be almost all no-till, you know, down the road. Or no-till, strip till, vertical till, minimum tillage, whatever you want to call it.
Your dad doesn't think your mom should get a CDL either.
No. Mom and Maria could practice. They could drive
Yeah,
together.
we could run the
You
two
could be
trucks, and you guys could
co-drivers.
just farm.
Yeah, that would work.
Farm the whole time, and we'll run the trucking business. When did you guys go no-till and cover crops?
So last spring I applied to be in the EQIP program, which is a government-funded program through the National Resource Conservation Service. So I'm getting paid to do cover crops and reduce tillage on how many acres? 175 acres or something like that. So it was kind of a way to get my foot in the door with cover crops, but not have as much risk on my own shoulders 100%. So we're still like in a transition period where we're doing some conventional and we're like transitioning farms into no-till. So.
And you guys, I mean, in the past, with your area and your sand, you've put rye.
Yeah, we put rye on sandhills for a couple of years down.
So you have some experience a little bit with cover crops and that, and having to terminate it.
Right. So, yeah. I really like rye. It just, cover crops are still kind of scary to me. I have to get them figured out. So we did some oats and radishes last year, and they didn't really get established before the frost, so I don't think we really benefited that much from them. And I like the rye because you can plant it later. Angie says, aren't you a dealer? I am a dealer. I even have business cards. So, if you'd like to buy some cover crops,
Or forages.
hit me up. So,
That's just recent. You
yeah.
want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, so I just got signed up to be a Pro Harvest seed dealer, which is the company my wife works for. And there was kind of a hole in this area of dealers for, I mean, all dealers for everything they sell, but mainly I'll be focusing on cover crops and forages because there's a few cattle producers in our area and there's a few guys that are trying to get into cover crops or they're kind of dabbling in it a little bit. So,
Said sorry. It's how to multitask. Just heard Maria, I think. Can't type and listen.
yeah, so this is Maria. Maria is my wife.
I'm Maria.
So. But yeah, so I've never been a dealer for anything before, so it'll be interesting. I'll probably go out over the summer and do some prospecting, see if I can lock down some sales. I'll have to watch The Office so I can learn how to be a salesman.
Watch the show The Office,
Yeah.
not...
Yeah, what did you think I meant?
I don't know. I didn't know if you were going to come into my office or...
Yeah, I will learn how to sell from Dwight Schrute and Michael Scott.
And Michael Scott.
Yep.
He's the best paper salesman around.
Yep. So, well,
We probably better start wrapping it up.
yeah, we haven't had dinner yet, so yes, I am a seed dealer. That's what she said. Good one, Joel.
Real funny.
So yeah, we haven't had dinner yet, so I think we're gonna wrap this up.
Any last questions or...
Yeah. Luna, come here. Come here.
Oh, we did say that we'd have an appearance of one of the dogs.
Yeah. Come on.
This is Luna.
This is Luna. Oh, you're standing on me. Look at the camera, Luna.
Looks like she's not going to face the camera.
Yeah.
Will this
Supposed to
be...
be weekly? We were thinking kind of weekly through spring, and then.
Well, it was 2 weeks ago that we did our last one.
Yeah.
So either weekly or maybe bi-weekly.
Yeah.
Depends. You guys just got to
So-
think of more questions.
Yep. Yeah. If you got any questions, write them down. Save them for the next one. Or put them in the comments.
Next live stream should be with the goats.
We could do that.
That would be interesting.
Lori would like that.
She would.
Yeah. So. Nice chatting.
I don't even
See
know.
ya, Steve.
Are we going to have your
Salmon.
salmon?
I was gonna grill some salmon, but Maria doesn't like fish, so.
Coconut shrimp, though.
Fact: bears eat beets. That's what he said.
I don't know if we have any bears around here.
Yeah.
Or beets.
Mm-mm.
We did buy some vegetables, though, today.
Yeah, we bought plants for our garden today, so. Well, I think that's gonna do it for this one. So, thanks everyone for tuning in. Great questions, and we will see you on the next live stream. And stay tuned for the next video, which should be out early next week.
All right.
See ya.
Adios.